Well, good evening. It's that time. We do this twice weekly. Um, 7 Central, 7 to 9. Do we have audio? 7 Central. Yep. We just have a big lag. Okay. Well, I drove the 80 miles today to pick up the spar wood. It's a little over 80. It's about almost 90, about 45 miles each way. It's amazing that we don't have this in St. Louis, but I got it. For $27 or $4.50 a piece. It's about $1 a foot, I guess. The 12 and 12 is 24, and 12 more is 36. A little less than $1 a foot.
Good
I got,
evening.
hey Gary, I got 6 spars, so I can build 6 I-beam airplanes.
All right.
So we'll choose the best wood and build the most complicated spar I can do. I thinking about leaving the center out of it. And I want to ask some of these engineer characters, Howard, Bob, if they think that'll work. So basically, I'll build a full spar, build the airplane together, and then cut the center section out so the bell crank is free inside there. The reason why I think that'll work is the Yatsenko airplane with bolt-on wings doesn't have any spar in the center. And you got 1-inch ribs, 1-inch wide ribs next to the fuselage, glued to the spar, epoxied. I don't see why it won't work.
What would you kind of cut it out, but not all the way? So when you have to get your wing done, then you could just kind of punch it out and come out that way.
No, I take the
So then have,
fuselage here, build it the whole airplane together with the spar running across so that would be in the center there. After I get the wing attached to the airplane, I just take my flush cut saw and saw the center section out of it so it wouldn't have a center section in here.
oh, yeah, that might work.
Because normally a wing doesn't fold in the center. It folds
Uh,
out about 25%. They don't load in the center. Because, and
well,
especially on the I-beam wing, it is the sum of the total, meaning the wings are real flimsy until I get the covering on them. And once you get the covering on them, they lock up. So it's the total sum of the parts makes the strength. Any one piece is weak. I think it'll work myself. What I can do is stagger, because I'd like to have a little more clearance for that bell crank in there. So when the spar comes across this way and I've cut that center section out, I can move up a bit and put a piece of spar between the two fuselage sides so it doesn't rack top and bottom.
Okay. Yeah.
And that'll be what I mount my bell crank in. I wish Billy came on here. Yantu. Okay. I don't know what's, there we are. Hey, Kevin. We got 11 watching now. I see that Google has overtaken my site again and started throwing up ads on there big time. I'm going to have to see if I can throttle them back some. Ads. Auto optimize. I have that auto optimization on. One of three. Vignette ads, anchor ads, advanced setting. I might have to shit, they want to put them on the side even. I might have to man, you could really load this thing up. Overlay indent, so they're not there. In page formats. What is that? Banner ads. We're gonna go back the other way. Overlay. Let's turn this off, I guess. That's exactly what it is. Vignette ads, full screen ads that appear between main loads. And I'll take that off.
I
Save.
see.
What?
Hi, Gary.
Hey, Steve.
Hi, Bob.
Did you go flying today?
No, it's too hot.
Yeah, you think?
Wasn't very windy, but man,
Man, yeah.
heat's terrible.
We got overlay in page formats, one of two. Banner ads, native ads that appear in a grid. Well, I guess we could try those. No. Now, wait a minute. In page, advanced setting. Banner ads. Find more ad placements on article pages. Yeah, allow Google to optimize existing ads. You notice that Google has really started throwing ads at me?
At in YouTube,
No, on Stunt Hangar.
well, there's always been a lot of ads on there.
No, I mean they're really bad.
Oh, huh.
Oh.
How come? Oh, I do have a question. How come forever isn't forever anymore?
What do you mean?
When you log in to Stunt Hangar, one of the options is forever. Stay logged in forever, but it doesn't anymore.
That must be in the cookies. I will look at that.
Oh, if I delete the cookies, that could do it. Yeah.
Ads. Yeah, that'll do it.
Yeah, I think I do that periodically, so not a problem.
Okay, we got that creepy ad that comes up from the bottom to go away.
The creepy ad?
Yeah, there's an ad that keeps it
It's the software that cleans the computer up so it doesn't slow down. And
Okay,
I think it gets rid of stuff like
I
that.
see.
So
Just the nature of the beast, huh?
yeah,
Right.
yeah.
Yeah. Yep.
Yeah.
I really like the building series that you're doing now, Sparky.
do.
Very
Thanks.
good.
Yeah.
I used to do them all the time. You know, when I got an airplane I'm building, I do it all the time.
Yeah, I know.
Mhm.
But and they're all good, but I think I particularly have enjoyed this one.
Well,
Maybe because I'm building more and more of it, there's more of it that I can relate to.
you ever built an I-beam airplane before?
No, I have not.
You need to try it. It's real simple.
Real simple, yeah.
Yeah, the what scares me is getting that spar done right. You know, as accurate as it needs to be with all
It does.
the
It doesn't.
tapering.
It really doesn't matter because the spar is not what's making the wing straight. It's what's making it strong, but it's not what's making it straight.
Well, you hang all the ribs on it.
You're hanging ribs on leading and trailing edges. The spar is just holding the ribs stationary.
Okay. So the more critical alignment is with the leading and trailing edge.
Absolutely.
I see.
It's
Okay.
with it's with this piece right here. That's why
Mm-hmm.
I remade this 3 times to make this right.
Right.
Because if you get it made wrong and you got the tail droop down or you know down like that, then it's bad.
Yeah. 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 I get it.
Build a warp in it, right?
Yep. Here's this. Did you see the spar material?
No, I only saw it after you had it cut.
No, I don't have it cut. I got 6 brand new pieces right here.
I saw the old one, I guess.
Yeah, this is 6. I bought see 24, 36 feet of material today. So I cut it when I got to the car. So I bought 3 12-foot long pieces of this. When I got to the car, I cut them in half so I could get them home. So that gives me 6.
So are they pretty straight?
Yeah. The
Nice.
guy, every time I go there, the guy's, well, let me pick them out for you. No, I want to pick them out myself.
Yeah.
Then the guy tried to argue with me. We don't have these. I said, I usually buy them, go there about once every 5 years. I said, I bought them here before. And the guy inside said, yeah, we got it. I said, I know where it is. I'll just go get it.
Yeah.
I was going to do ribs every 1 inch to make it easy in math, but I changed my mind. To lighten it up, I'm going to do ribs every 1.25 inches. That airplane there is every 1 inch, but I'll do it every 1.25 inches.
That going to reduce the number of ribs and the weight.
Yeah.
You going to make it equal span or
No.
longer on the inboard?
Inboard side's 3/4 of an inch longer. It's the same airplane as my Continental, only an I-beam wing.
Okay.
That's a Monado.
They used to go 2 inches longer, didn't they?
Yeah, they did.
Yeah.
Let's see here.
Well, I remember that your red Monado won the concourse.
Yeah, but it was not a true Monado. It looked like a Monado, but different numbers. It was a modern airplane.
Mm.
This is the original paperwork here from the Monados. He had 3 of them: a green one, a blue one, and a purple one. The purple one still exists. Let's see. But it tells you that it's the same airplane as the Continental. Can't believe Tom died at 56. Let's see. I wish Bart Kaplinski would come on here. Because he was there. Now that one there looks like it's every 1 inch. But there are no plans to this airplane. The lineage behind it is he bought Norm Whittle's Playboy, took it apart, designed a Monado, and it was flying in 68 or 69. And then he built the Continental afterwards. So the Continental's classic legal. This one's going to be classic legal, but not really in the spirit of things because it's going to be a piped airplane. But neither is electric airplanes in the spirit of classic. Here we go. The Continental and the Monado had identical areas and specs. The Monado was on the cover of Model Airplane News in August of '69. Warden copied the aerobatic pilot, a paint scheme from Art Shaw, for his trophy trainer and the Continental.
Hmm.
So that is the thing. So I can fly two. I just like flying the smaller airplanes more. The bigger airplanes, the heavier airplanes don't fly as well.
What's the wing area of the Monado?
It's probably close to 680, 690. It's a big airplane. I can figure it out, give it an estimate pretty quick. This is just a guesstimate. Say 12 and a quarter by 56, whatever that works out.
So that's when you say smaller, that's as compared to the larger airplanes by your definition, and those are well over 700 square inches.
Yeah.
Okay.
See, 56 times 12.25, 686. So I'd say it's a 680 wing. My Viper is 740.
That was my next question. You answered it.
Yeah. According to Howard. And Howard would know. Let's see what that is.
You getting to fly at all, Steve?
A little, yeah, when the weather's not so ghastly hot or the wind's not blowing like a gale.
Mm-hmm.
13 by 58.
That's only been about once a week lately.
I feel really fortunate because I can just go out my back door and fly, and I'm looking at the same things you are, mostly the wind, but I can run out there an hour before sunset and the wind has died down and it's cooler.
I had a chance to go flying the other day, but remember when I had that accident in Dayton? The spark in my ear was draining. I couldn't get my balance.
Wow. Yeah, you wouldn't want to fly in that condition.
Not for the airplane I'm gonna fly next.
My wife was just showing me some political flyers we got in the mail today.
Oh,
A week
Cory
late.
Bush. Vote for Cory Bush.
Yeah, yeah.
Did you get those?
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, it was all Democrat fighting each other.
Yeah. Cori Bush, useless.
And more than that, she was an embarrassment.
Her and that Texas hood rat, they're both from St. Louis. You know that, right?
Yeah.
The one that got voted out or whatever. Out of Texas. What the hell's her name?
I can't remember.
Okay, and here's not just the oil.
How can I do that?
What are you doing, John? You're going sideways.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, I'm on my phone here and I'm trying to find my button to mute myself for a minute and I can't find it.
So Angstrom's looking really short. He must be sitting
Yeah.
down.
Yes, he is. We're sanding an elevator on a legacy. We got a legacy kit. I think people, some of y'all out here saw what we brought to the Nats to fly with for the Senior Open with that smoothie. It has some trim issues, but we also realize it's not. It was nice to have a plane that was classic old time stunt legal, right?
Mhm.
Yeah, that he built on his own. But really, he's got to get a stunner that's kind of more his own. So we got advised on a legacy, not because it's the top stunner that he can fly, but maybe it's more in our wheelhouse for our level of building. So
Is it a Legacy full size or a Legacy 40?
it's a full size.
60 size. Yeah. Okay. Cool.
Yeah. So we're working on that. We got the stab and are now tapering the elevators here. And we'll be working to get the wing jigged up at some point here. But yeah, just starting with a stab and elevator.
Remember, no more than 60 ounces for that airplane.
Okay, that's the target. Got to be under that to have a chance of flying it right.
That's a 60-inch wingspan, right?
Yes. Yep.
What is the rule of thumb in order to be in the realm and around is 1 ounce per inch for wingspan.
Hmm.
But it's always worked out.
Okay.
And if it goes over that, it's lacking.
We talked with some people there at Nats, and we're floating around our legacy and kind of talking about it. Kenny Stevens suggested he's I guess he's dealt with them a lot, and he suggested that on the stab we cut off or the stab and elevator we cut off 1 inch on each side. So he said that the legacy that part of it's just built too wide. And you can get better controls out of it, and then obviously it lightens up the back end of it so that you're not as tail heavy. So that was just one piece we got, and we modified it according to what he suggested.
Don't go any longer on the tail moment.
Okay. But yeah, we're just in the infancy getting this going. We can have all these great ideas that, man, maybe we can have this ready for Nats next year. Knowing us, it's a 2-year project. That's just how these things go for us.
Well, I use Angstrom as an example. There's 100 points difference between a store-bought airplane and the ones that you guys built. Did you see that in your score sheets?
Yeah, saw it. I think the builder model may have kicked in, in some of that, but yeah, it was pretty big difference.
No, see, here's why I know it's 100 points. He didn't get appearance points for flying in advanced because he didn't build the airplane. And that's why I congratulated you guys for having integrity. And then Then he got appearance. Well, no, you don't get any appearance points for junior, senior open. So no appearance points either flight. But I know there was at least 100 points difference in the flying, and I know the kid can fly. So it wasn't the pilot, it was the airplane.
Yeah, I think for the everything was
Ultimately,
hovering
I
around
forgot.
500, right? Maybe a little under 500 for like the smoothie stuff.
Yeah, in the against the other junior. I can't remember what it was. What was it against Orestes in the end?
Yeah, I think you were always fighting to try to break 500. I think you were
Okay.
right there. So
Yeah.
I think it came out to about a 40, 50 point differential. But yeah, it's still very noticeable.
I know the kid can fly because I watched him.
Yeah. Yeah, he I don't know, for last year he didn't even place, he didn't even get to the final day in
Yeah,
advance.
didn't get to the top.
Yeah, and for all the unofficial events too, he didn't place in any of that the year before, and then this year he was top 5 in all the unofficials, third place advanced. Just obviously, putting all that time and work in for the worlds, like he just really got it figured out what the pattern looks like and how to put models there. Now it's the building skills. That's what everybody's talked about. Now it's time to be a modeler.
That's what makes this contest. Be a modeler.
What airplane was that you flew, Angstrom, in the Walker Cup?
That was the smoothie that I built.
That was the smoothie. Okay.
Yep.
Yeah, for some reason could never get that thing
never holds level.
to hold level. And we had some people look at it. Matter of fact, Todd Lee came out and looked at it. I think earlier in the week we went out there and that thing was holding fine, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, it looked good. And he's like, yeah, I don't think we can do anything else to this. And then we get out there for the senior open and the Walker flights, and that thing was just, waving everywhere. So I don't know. There's probably something off in our building skills, obviously, but it's having a hard time getting trimmed right. And then the other piece is that we did not build that smoothie with access to any of the horns and the ability to kind of manipulate the system that way. Just it was too tight of areas to get into, and so we kind of went with what we thought was going to work, but yeah, we didn't really give ourselves any ability to manipulate those things or be able to adjust in a way that helps us with our our trim troubles.
Live and learn, guys.
Hey,
That's what we always had. That's what we always said every time we did something and we realized we should have done this difference. Live and learn.
yeah. Yeah, we were kind of hearing on this legacy too, on the back end of it. Yeah, again, like push rod and stuff's kind of real tight in there around the horn. Some people were kind of suggesting, beefing that space up a little bit and give yourself,
Make it a little wider back there. It doesn't hurt a thing.
Yeah, give yourself some room to make an access and just have some room to work with back there.
The last contest I went to, and I can't remember where it was, but it was since Brodak. There was a guy had a full-size Legacy, which I have a kit, but I had a full-size Legacy, and the back end of that thing had to be, I'm going to say 3/4 of an inch wide at least. And I asked why, and he says, well, I wanted to make it wide enough that I could get in there and adjust if I needed to. And I want to have room for a ball link back there. And to do that, you had to put the horn all the way over, a little bit over to one side from center. And then you put the ball link in there, and you still had to have room to move it and still move it up and down. Well, it made perfect sense. But I asked, it didn't look bad. And I couldn't figure out, what did you do to make it? He said, just make your rudder a little wider at the hinge point, and then your eye doesn't catch it so fast.
Mm-hmm.
It worked. And Ed, yes, Thursday night if we get there. Yeah.
Okay.
Uh,
Thank
Ed,
you.
I imagine this has been covered, but congratulations on that award you got.
Oh, thank you. Yeah, a little bit of surprise. And
Yeah.
Shouldn't have been a surprise. I'm wondering why he didn't get it last year.
Well, if you would have seen the people that were in charge last year, you would understand because when I walked out of there, well, my wife and I looked at each other and said, this was a big waste of time.
Mm,
And let me tell you, there was a lot of hours put in researching and trying to make it sound right. But yeah, they're very interested in education. They're very interested in what aerospace is doing for the state. So perfect timing to get it at our 250th anniversary and stuff. And
Yeah, you about putting West Virginia on the map aviation
yeah.
wise.
And you know, met some of the people from the state government that said they would like to help. So we will see going forward.
Sounds good. See, you show people you're serious and they're willing to help.
Yeah. Yep. So. Oh, and our new airport, I was visiting it today. That's going to have a grand opening next week, next Tuesday.
Where's it going to be?
It's right across from my shop, my hangar.
Goodness.
Yeah, it's over. It was on the west side of the runway. Now it's on the northeast side, and I'm on the northeast side of the runway.
That's pretty neat.
Yeah.
Pretty neat. That's kind of what they did at Greensboro years ago. They just built a whole new facility and then just tore the old place, and it's now a taxiway. Where the building was is now a taxiway.
Yeah.
At least that's what I've been told. I can't find heads or tails of it anymore.
Yeah.
But it grew quite a bit. But wow. I
Hey,
think of Greensboro as a little bitty airport, and then I see Air Force One doing touch and goes. So, you know.
hey, John, we're doing the expo this year in September, and the whole reason was we just about didn't have it because nobody could make up their mind what I could do and when I could do it. But the general manager had a good idea in regards to making it a school field trip on Friday.
Hmm.
And so I got 3 schools, 250 kids that are going to go through indoors and look at all the disciplines: free flight control, ion radio control, drones, rockets, and get them exposed to this. And I'm talking starting at elementary and stuff.
that's great.
I was up at the hobby shop up in Uniontown on Friday and talking with the owner, Trevor, really nice guy. And he was talking about how he got some kids through school interested in RC and flying, period. And now all of a sudden the kids brought the parents to the model aviation, and now all of a sudden the parents are flying too. So,
Wow.
and I've been hearing that more and more and more. You gotta start with the kids. And of course the Free Flight Society said that. You know, you gotta get the kids, you gotta let them know what's going on and let them bring the parents or the grandparents in. And so
That
you know,
is
the
a lot
stuff
of
that you're
success,
doing.
Ed. A lot of success there.
Yeah.
I know
So
what
you said Uniontown. Is that the Uniontown not far from Pittsburgh?
From Brodak.
From Brodak. Okay, so are you close to there? Where
Yeah.
you live?
Now Brodak is an hour and 5 minutes, and they're an hour and 10 minutes.
Are you in West Virginia?
Yeah.
Okay, I see.
Yeah. Just south by southwest of Carmichael's.
Okay.
I know what the parents are saying about you now, Ed. You naughty, naughty boy.
Yeah.
That's a good deal.
Hmm.
Best of luck with it. I think it's going to work out well. It's sure been building every year, and it looks
Oh, Phil, wait till you see the new turf.
oh, they've changed the turf.
No, there's another one that's about 500 feet by 500 feet.
Wow.
It looks
Jeez.
like 2 soccer fields put together.
Wow.
And
That'd be a nice place to have a contest.
well, it looks like I could get 5 circles in there fairly easy. So that's on my list to talk to the schools about.
Sounds very, very good to me.
Yeah, you'll
When
see
is
it.
the expo, Ed?
The 25th and 26th, and the 26th is open to the public. And
Of August,
September this year.
September?
Yeah. And so I'm kind of lucky because in past years, it would have been the first week of August, the second week of August, and we've had nasty weather, including today, and it's supposed to be off and on all week. So we'll see. But yeah, Mitsubishi is going to have a display there, Heavy Industries, which do the regional jets. Aurora Flight Science / Boeing will have stuff set up.
Well, that's nice.
Yeah.
25th and 26th of September. Cool deal.
Yeah. And I had a flyer, then I had to make another flyer, then I had to make another change and another change. It's crazy and stuff. But QR code, we grabbed the wrong QR code, and all of a sudden the QR code on the flyer doesn't work. So I got to get all that redone and stuff. It took you to a site that said, "Oh, you got to pay for that now."
Mm.
Yeah.
So, but the QR code, takes you right to the YouTube site.
Will you be posting that flyer on Stunt Hangar?
Yeah, yep. I'll go tomorrow and have some more printed. So the first batch I had to throw away. The batch that I just printed today, I'm going to have to throw away.
Hmm.
And so I'll do it again tomorrow. But yeah, I'll do that. And John, we're doing this in conjunction with the Lego Bash.
Really?
So the Lego people are taking up 6 basketball courts downstairs.
Holy cow.
And they wanted to do that because that's a hands-on event for kids, and they thought it would be a good match. And the lady running it is pretty nice to work with, and she's got the connections in the right place also.
I'd be
So,
surprised if that didn't draw a lot of kids.
well, we're expecting over 1,000.
Yeah.
For the expo, we normally see about 250 signed in. So
Legos alone, I think, would be of high interest.
Yep. And and that was the general manager's idea, we got to try something different, instead of having the whole facility and stuff spread out all over. So Phil, the control line is going to be the outdoor turf right behind the indoor turf, not the baseball fields.
Okay. Yeah, so it'll be where we were talking about having a contest last year.
Yeah. Yep.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
But didn't Bob Hunt fly some demonstration there last year?
He did in the ball field, but the main thing is he got to fly off the turf, and he was pretty impressed and had no problem with it. So
yeah,
that was nice. I get a chance. I want to take a couple planes up there and fly again off of it, and just see it, especially one of my half E's. I want to see how it'll handle on the turf. And
I want to see your half E fly. I want to know the system that goes in it because I've got everything basically, but I want to get one going. I hope to get one going in time to bring it, but we'll see.
Uh-huh.
I got to get batteries yet, and I've got to get let's see, I've got the receiver, I got to get the half A size
Oh, badass.
ESC. I got a motor, but I don't think I got an ESC yet. I got to get ESC and batteries, and I should be in good shape.
Well, I use 800 milliamp
Okay.
with the JST connector.
Two cell?
Yep. No, 3 cell.
3 cell. 800 million. Okay. I'll see what I can come up with.
so you're not talking about your park cat. You have a styrofoam park cat. I've seen you show it.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, I know what you mean. No, this is a 202 square Pat Johnson kit for half A or electric. And I test flew it at Brodak, and I got to do some more test flying. So it was 11.5 ounces ready to fly. I had to put a little bit of tail weight on it, so it's probably at about 12 ounces. And so supposedly, if you can keep it around 12 ounces, it should be a pretty good stunt plane. But what's really great, John, is I thought it was slightly nose heavy. So we did some taxi tests. And sure enough, started to give it power, nose over, chewed the prop up a little bit. It's like, okay, well, we'll fix that. Added a little bit of tail weight, and that had to do that. And so having that line masters allowed us to use partial power and stuff.
What's the motor, Ed?
Hold on a second. I'll go get it and I'll show you real quick.
Yeah, I don't feel like you got to run.
He's gonna get it.
Okay.
Hey, Sparky,
Yeah.
Mark Lumen says can't join tonight on vacation in Caraco, but listening in on the wisdom. And then he dropped a super chat.
Oh, great. How much?
$50.
50 bucks. Well, that
Thank
helps.
you, Mark.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Mark, it must be nice. I keep wanting to go on vacation, but too much to do here.
Caraco, though, isn't that in Venezuela?
That's Caracas.
Oh, Caracas. Okay. Well, I don't know where Caraco is then.
I don't either.
Maybe Mexico. I could ask Mr.
With
Google
Mark,
Maps.
it could be anywhere because that man has
Yeah.
been all over the world.
Oh, it's an island. It's an island.
South Pacific.
Oh, it's an island.
Island.
Okay, it's an island off of Venezuela.
I'd be scared to be anywhere near Venezuela right
It's a
now.
little, well, it's a little north and pretty far west of Trinidad, where Cha-Cha is.
Cha-Cha is. Yeah, I've been to another one of the little islands down there. I can't even call the name of it, right? Aruba. And that's beautiful in that part of the world.
Mm-hmm. As long as they don't get a hurricane coming through.
Yeah, we were down there. I kept thinking, this place would be absolutely heaven if the dang wind would just quit blowing for a little bit. So the last day we were there, the wind quit blowing. Oh God, you felt every bit of that 98 degrees. It was unbelievable.
Oh man. Hey, Ed got
There's a little
the plane.
Yeah.
Yeah. So John, this is Epiphany.
Cool.
That's just as cool as it can be. I've seen
That
it.
is.
It's just cute.
Super cool. Is that a BA motor? Looks like maybe.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep, that's a badass.
2310 or 2305.
I believe it's an 05.
Yeah.
2305 1440 kV.
Okay. That is.
And I
That
got
looks cool.
and I got another one that's ready for test flight. And
Is that a kit, Ed, or plans?
Pat Johnson.
Pat Johnson.
Yep. Then this was a Brodak kit, size reduced. The string off of here.
What's the covering?
It's silk span.
Very
So-
nice. Yeah.
That's as cute as it can be.
Cool.
So it's basically the same power system. And that.
Yeah. What ESC are you using?
It's covered up.
That figures.
Yeah, I think it's only about 10 amp or so.
Is it BA?
Yeah, well, it came from there. Yeah.
Yeah, badass. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. I like your battery hold down. That's the system I'm using now.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
You pinch it and it slides up.
Yeah, that's what I'm using now. I never did like Velcro. It just never did trip my trigger at all.
Oh, and
It's cool, man.
on the Epiphany, you can see the clay that I added to the tail for the test flight.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Man, you just getting, you're going to be hard to deal with on these half A's.
Well, when you're looking at the youth and the kids and trying to propose something, I looked at stuff for elementary school or middle school. So elementary is a free flight project if the
Yeah.
teachers want to do it. Middle school should be a control line project, and then high
Yeah.
school they wanted an RC project.
Yeah.
So what do you offer, or what do you tell them when it comes time for middle school?
Yeah.
What would you recommend
Yeah.
and stuff? So I can foresee a power system like that with some foam board, or possibly slightly bigger, with some foam board and a little bit of carbon fiber, just like I did that foamy one. And stuff.
To me, that would be great for true beginners because it's going to be more durable and you're not
Yep.
going to have as much time into building it.
Yep. And I had a kid put that in straight in because he decided not to worry about it taking off and going straight up. He didn't listen and try to keep backing up and stuff. And it went straight in, and I had to re-glue part of the wing and change the prop. So
About the FW-190, is that a Brodak kit that's been reduced?
a Brodak kit reduced in size.
Wow. How much did you reduce it?
225 square. So I believe it's 32-inch wingspan.
32.
Another good, I think a good setup for beginners, Ed, is the climb and dive timer.
Mm-hmm.
Because it has built into it an automatic shut off if something happens. So if the plane crashes or there's a prop strike, it shuts itself down and doesn't burn anything up.
Yeah.
Doesn't burn up the ESC or the motor or anything.
Well,
Right.
also, if you just take it and hit it 3 times, that shuts it down.
Yep.
Yeah.
While you're flying, you can do that. Yep.
Hey, I will say with that, I'm not trying to criticize the climb and dive, but we were up at Brodax flying our Raptor, and Angstrom was doing some practice and did outside square, 3 pulls on the outside square, and then it just shut off.
Oh my.
Uh-oh.
So he saved it, but yeah, that would have been a very expensive accident. So we had done, I don't know, probably a good 100 flights with a climb and dive before that, and never had that feature enacted with that, set off like that in the middle of a flight.
Unintentionally, yeah.
Yeah, unintentionally, but because it's actually really hard to get those 3 correct pulls to get it to come down. But we didn't find anything else electrically wrong with the plane or anything that had concern other than the emergency was acted. So, unless we're doing some practice stuff, we turn that feature off and are not using that anymore. So,
Well, that's the beauty of it. You can turn it off, though. But yeah,
Interesting.
sounds like a good idea. Use that for your preliminary flights and trimming flights, and then turn it off.
Yeah.
Good idea. I'll try to remember that.
Yeah, I mean, it was nice. There were times where we went out to fly in some weather where you're like, yeah, maybe. And it was nice to have the emergency feature because we'd get up for 2 minutes of a flight and just say, yep, it's just not the right conditions to be out here. And then he'd just give the 3 yanks and pull it down. But like we said, it got hairy. We believe it got triggered in the outside squares. And thank goodness he pulled that thing out.
That can get your attention pretty quick, didn't it, Brendan?
Well, yeah. Yeah, because a lot of people were watching like, what was that all about? What happened? And yeah, I mean, it was just, it's scary, super scary on that.
Yeah. Well, there's one thing about it. Angstrom, you gotta watch. You can close your ears a minute. The kid is gonna, if he just stays with it, he's gonna be darn good.
Yeah, he the thing is he wants to. He wants to
Yeah,
push
that's
himself.
it. Desire is half of it.
And we told him going into Australia, he knew it. When he said, "Yeah, I want to look at the world team," I'm like, okay, this is going to be a job, right? You got to treat this like a job. You're going out there every day, and there was no complaining. Just every day he knew that if the weather was good enough, he was going out there and putting up flights. And so, yeah, he really put his mind to it. And so we know there's a long way to go, though. We put in a lot of hours, and there's still a lot of
Oh, yeah.
daylight. There's
I've
still
been doing this for 50 years and it's still it's still a job. But what I enjoy doing, so I keep doing it. Right now I can't stunt. I just go out and go around in circles really. I can't put in a pattern yet. I thought I could and got out there and tried to do a wing over and discovered that I can't look straight overhead yet. But we're getting there. I'm gonna keep working on it.
We'll have you.
Like anything else, you just keep working at it until you get it.
We'll fly a scale one at shoreline scale one at the expo for you.
Yeah, that'll be fun.
Yeah.
That'll be fun. I'm gonna tell you what, it's fun if you just go out there. We got guys that come here and they just go round and round. I mean, occasionally they'll do a loop, but occasionally they blow our minds with a really beautiful takeoff or a really beautiful landing, or sometimes both in the same flight. And those guys are having as much fun as we are. They're just as tickled when they put in a good takeoff, landing, and just an interesting flight as we are to put up a good pattern. So as long as you're having fun, who cares? It's a
Yeah.
hobby.
I got before surgery, I was spinning for 6 minutes next to my house
Yeah,
and stuff, and had a smile on my face.
there you go. There you go. The thing that got
I
me
get
worse than
that.
anything else last year was that darn chair. You remember they got me in that chair and got me to
Yeah.
try that? Golly, man, I got dizzy. I didn't. If you don't use your feet and you've gotten used to that, you don't. I had a rough time finding reference. And the park's fence is 10 foot high, 3/4 of the way around. So I'm flying that fence and I'm sitting there, where the heck is the end of this thing? It took me a while to get a handle on it, but I mean, you do what you have to do. If you really love to fly, you do what you have to do it. But I'm telling you, some of these things that these guys do, and you think, well, that's ridiculous. Yeah, try it sometime. These guys do pretty good to do this, because it is a new world when you go sitting in a chair and you're worried about, is the wind going to blow it? Because I can't get up and run. You can't
Heck,
just
I was going from level flight to work on high flight, and it was a world of difference.
Yeah.
And
I just
and then the climb and dive.
Yeah. I just got out there and flew last Saturday. First time I've flown in I don't know how long. And seemed like it'd been 2 years, but it's been the better part of a year. And well, it's been since the continent, since West Virginia last year. And it was I got dizzy. I got dizzy and found out I couldn't do overheads. And I said, Tommy, I got to come out and get used to going around in circles again. He said, well, your flats are you're at 4 feet and you're solid, right side up and inverted, but you just got to get out and do more. I said, it's not down here I'm having a problem with. It's up there. When I go take it up, whoa, I look up and just the world starts spinning around. So I just had to get used to it again.
Yep.
I remember when I was learning how to fly, I couldn't figure out how people did 6 laps straight flat, because after about 4, I start getting bored. And at 5, I'm starting to get dizzy. And by 6, I can stand up. But after you get used to it again, it's not a problem.
What got me was as I was making it to 5 and 6 minutes, everything seemed to slow down. And I
Yeah.
was, about 5 to 5.5 second lapse
Yeah.
and stuff.
Yeah. It's just getting used
which
to
was
it.
nice.
It's just getting used to it again, but it's just something, especially if you've done it all your life, you feel like you're supposed to be able to go out there and go right back to doing it. And it's frustrating when you discover you can't. But it'll come back.
Hey, Ed,
Sir,
Bob Hudak posted a text on the YouTube. He said, "Good evening, gang. Ed, I was forwarded a post on the Line Master handle. There's been a handful of premature line slides releasing from the handle, causing airplane wrecks. Carlos is working on a modified line slide fastener. He's recommending installing a cable tie around the line slide and handle on currently released handles."
yeah, I have a hard time seeing how that could happen, considering how it slides in place. So, but putting a
Don't
tie
know.
wrap is real simple.
Yeah, he said he stopped selling them until he
Oh.
designed something in to guard against that.
Interesting.
Everybody was concerned about pull test, and it was pull tested to 160, you know, and stuff. So, be interesting.
It wouldn't be hard to do. You just put it through the hole right here, and
That's what he said. You put a tie wrap.
yeah, that wouldn't be
Yep.
hard. Okay. I just like the way the darn thing feels in your hand. It's
Yeah.
got the grips right here instead of being great big grips, like, three of
Well,
them, so your four fingers got grip. I mean, there's a bunch of them, and you can grab it high, you can grab it low, and it still feels like it's not going to slide out of your fingers. It's a great feeling little handle.
And you got the different size black portion of the handle. You
Yeah,
got a thin one and a thicker one.
yeah. I still got it set up the way it came, which feels good to me, but
Yeah.
actually my wife's handle. So guess who hand it'll fit when we go to use it? Not me. Oh well,
So do you have to connect a receiver on the airplane to the motor in order for
No.
that to work?
No, you use well, just a second.
Is it in place of the timer?
So
receiver
the,
goes.
the FM9 timer was removed.
Okay, so it becomes the timer.
Yep.
Mhm.
Got it.
And he does 1 channel, 2 channel, 5 channel, and it's making a 6 channel receiver for the other ones. Well, that's basically a receiver.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They're just the neatest little.
No,
thing.
he's been Carlos has been very very positive in everything that he's doing, and it's nice to see somebody trying to do something. So when I ordered some of the first ones, I knew I was basically one of the guinea pigs and stuff. But it was better than me hauling around my RC handle or my car one. So I still use the little 2-channel car one for like a ring rat for training and that. But for test flight, that was perfect, because your test flight can be abort takeoff or make 1 lap and chop the throttle.
It is cool to see people developing things for control line, because
Yeah.
we're certainly losing lots of things. But this is a good example, along with, what's the climb and dive guy's name? Emerson or something? Whoever he is in Canada, that he designed the C.
Paul Emerson. Yep.
Paul Emerson designed the C&D, and now he's working on a system for twins, a C&D system for twins.
Good.
When he gets the twin system going, and it's supposed to also work with retracts. I'm going to have one of those, but I haven't heard any more about it yet. There's no information about it out there yet, so I guess it's something he's still just working on.
Yeah, I think he is.
Also for half A, have you guys ever heard of Willy Nilly?
Mm-mm.
Yeah, willynilly.com. He does RC. And 90% of his, well, 99% of his business was 010, 020, 049 aircraft. Well, now he's got control line for 049s and stuff. And that's something within the last, I'd say, year and a half. And so when you're looking at
nice.
little light wheels or things like that, or little canopies or pilots, that was a good place to go to.
Yeah.
Okay, thank you.
Angstrom.
Yeah.
I saw you flying carrier at the Nats. You seem to really like it. So is that going to cut into your precision aerobatics practice time, or how much do you like it?
I don't know. We have been doing both for what, like almost 2 years now.
2 years
now,
solidly.
so
Yeah.
yeah, not really. We have time for both.
Plenty of time for both. So you still really like it?
Yeah,
Good.
yeah.
Cool.
I really enjoy both. So
Yeah,
Good deal.
he's got let's see, 4 junior national records in carrier, 4 senior national records in carrier, and then with what they do with carrier, the 3 official events that they do. You won 2 of those this year, didn't you?
yeah.
Yeah, 2
Yeah.
on the electric side of the things. He won 2 of those events this year, and then he's for the past 2 years what they do. Well, they've been doing it for 50 years now. But the 3 official events, whoever has the best cumulative score between the 3 events gets the Ely Award, and he's won that the last 2 years. So he's up there doing the thing and on the carrier side of things. Yeah, stunt's been more of the passion, but he's doing pretty good stuff with the carrier.
What events you flying in carrier?
What's that?
What events are you flying in carrier? Profile?
So profile, class 1, class 2, Skyray, and then we also did 15 this year.
Skyray and 15. Good Lord, man.
Yeah, it was. Yeah, you know how packed a stunt week is. Yeah, we finish all the stunt stuff and then go over there to the carrier field and are chasing our tails trying to do all that. It's a load. It's an absolute.
I watched them do it at our contest at Huntersville. We used to have Navy carrier down there. And in between, well, if I finished one event or just found out I was too far behind and wasn't gonna finish well, I just give up and go walk down there and watch the carriers fly because I was interested in that too. And I decided to walk back to the stunt. Maybe my second flight hadn't come, so I went ahead and tried the second flight, and I did a lot better the second round. But it was a good thing because Navy carrier those things are just too fast.
Hey, Angstrom, what does Paul Smith say about you taking over his slot?
Yeah, Angstrom's got Paul on the run for
Yeah.
the amount of events entered, except on that carrier side of things. Yeah, Angstrom took it at Brodax for most events entered, but at carrier, it's funny. Paul, he's got electric planes and the combustion, and so they keep those separate. So he enters both sides of it on that, and then they've got a ton of events where there's just not a lot of people entering with the nostalgia. I don't know. It just feels like
I feel like he was the only one who entered at least 3 events. He was
yeah,
the only one.
he entered everything there. So anything that was carrier just seemed like he was Mr. Carrier on all events. Not that it was the best of planes, but he had something entered in everything.
Wow. Well, congratulations. Sounds good.
Yeah.
Thanks.
I was thinking about maybe internet, but with the kid coming up the way he's coming up, phooey. No, I think I'm gonna build one. I'm got an MO. That's not an MO1. Something that I can't remember what it is, but when you wiggle it, the line slide back, the outboard aileron goes up, and the inboard flaps come down. Well, 2/3 of the flaps come down, and the other flap goes way up. So it's an interesting looking thing. It's designed for a Super Tiger 35, and it held the record for a couple of years, but I haven't heard about one period in the last 10 years. So who knows if it'll even transfer over to electric? I don't know.
Yeah, Pete Mazer is kind of the electric guru. He's got a couple of national records on the electric side of carrier,
Mhm.
and he's pretty amazing in that he can get that carrier plane flying like a kite out there, just barely moving forward. And Angstrom actually did some of that this year at the Nats. Finally looked like you got the hang of a little bit of that. But Pete Mazur's, built planes that are, I'm sure, as light as humanly possible.
Pete's been building for years too.
I mean, he's got it cornered. It's like flying probably a piece of paper out there. His weight is purely the battery. That and he always tells us that it's the battery. Is what is holding him back. Otherwise, he could, the sky's the limit on his scoring. But the other thing he has built in there that was pretty cool that we saw is that he's got a movable battery. So what happens is in his initial flight, those fast laps, he's got the battery forward, to create stability, and he whips that thing around, as fast as it goes. And then, he engages the slider, but is also able to get that battery, with electronic feature to scoot back in the plane to create, more tail heavy for that hanging. So he's it's pretty ingenious what he's got going on. That's beyond our pay grade, but that'd be pretty cool to figure out how to get that battery moving back and forth. It really helps with what he does.
What about thrust vectoring? That'll be next.
You're speaking a language where I don't know.
The motor, you tilt the motor up and down.
My goodness, Gordon. Hey, did your cat die?
No, I've been in the hospital and rehab.
No. I mean this fuzz on your upper lip. Did your cat die? Look at the poor baby you got the lampshade on.
Gordon, I've been waiting for you. I got a write-up here, and I know you were there, according to this write-up. And first up, I want to know about the arm wrestling contest between you and Tom, or whatever was going on.
All right. He was on his way to the Nationals. And he spent a couple days in Salt Lake here, so it was our annual. So we came out and did some flying together and chasing free flights. And one was out in kind of a little bit of the salt water. And there's a plank. And I says, how are we going to get that? And he said, well, I'm going to swing that plank out on that 4x4 out there. And then I'm going to walk across that plank and get that airplane. So we got it on the plank. He goes while I'm out there like this on that board. And that boy's doing a good job. And he squats down, reaches over and picks up the free flight, turns around and sends it back to me. And I caught it. When he did that, he lost his balance and fell in and went clear to his waist. And so he climbed out. And when he climbed out, I realized his shoes were still down in the mud somewhere. So he had to stick his arm way down. And I got in the mud too, so I'm not just blaming him. But we got back, and his friend was going to the Nats with him. We found 2 free flights and was taking them back, and he went to get in my car. Hold on there. I had a real nice 66 Impala Super Sport. I says, you're not getting in my car that way. He said, well, you're just as bad. And I said, I'm not getting in that car either. I said, we'll sit up on the fenders and let your friend drive us back. So we drove back, and we stripped down to our shorts and our shoes, threw everything in the trunk, and then I drove him back to the hotel. And he was changing, and he was put on one of those white T-shirts. And I thought, gee, Tom, you got a pretty good build. You must be pretty good in arm wrestling. Boy, his eyes perked up, and he says, let's go. So we leaned across that bed and had an arm wrestle, and I put him down. And I guess after he went back from the Nats, he started working out. Bart said he was pumping iron every other day. And then at the Buckeye contest, we were staying at Terry Thorkelson's house. And he said, "Come on, let's go." And that's where we're going. He says, "We're going to lay down here on the floor and have another arm wrestle." So we got down there on the living room floor. And I could tell he was stronger because I couldn't put him down, but he couldn't put me down. And everybody's laughing. And I looked up to see what they was laughing about, and his eyes were just bulging. And I broke out laughing, and that's how he put me down, because I lost my concentration.
Good gracious. Well, how
So,
are you doing?
Speaking
It's
of
good to
that
see you.
Buckeye contest,
pardon?
you know, I want to speak about that Buckeye contest. It says
Oh, yeah.
here he flew a perfect pattern with his watermelon. And Bart, Whiteley, and Delaney pouted for a month or so. Did he fly a perfect pattern?
No. Everybody told me, including Tom, that I outflew him and Whitey both,
Then why did he score a perfect pattern?
because he flew last. And the scores, he and Whitey both took a bye so they could be last. And the judges' score just bombed.
Yeah, ballooned. Okay, well, it was a perfect pattern, though, right? I mean, on paper.
It was a very good pattern.
Okay. The next
But Tom,
thing is, what
Tom-
year was the Blue Monado built? There's no documentation of the blue one, but I know there was a blue one because I seen it. I was there. He built the blue one, a green one, and a purple one.
Yeah, I remember the blue one.
The blue one was sold to a guy who played for Bo Diddley, and his wife ran over it or closed the garage on it or something.
That sounds like Ted Fancher's wife.
But it was supposedly on the cover. It says the Continental Monado's D2 Continental and Monado identical. Monado was on the cover of Model Airplane News in August of '69. Is that correct?
That sounds about right.
Because I'm building a Monado now for Classic, and well, I'm going to fly it in open too because it's a piped Monado.
How's that going to work out in Classic?
Why wouldn't it? Electrics go in Classic. Here's the fuselage. The engine comes out the side. It's a sidewinder.
Oh. You're not going electric?
Jack.
No. I already did that. But I need you to get it down on paper because, I was there. I know what years those things were around. And I just want somebody else that was there so they can't say, that airplane ain't Classic legal. The hell it's not.
Yep, it is. That was clear back to the 60s.
Yep. What year did Norm Whittle sell the Playboy to Tom to have him dissect it?
Yeah. Well, he flew the Playboy at the Nats. Norm Whittle did.
And I should be able to go back and look in the book and see how he did, right?
Yeah, I think he made the top 5. If I remember correctly.
But Warden bought the Playboy from Norm, and he took it apart to build the Continental, see how it was built, right?
Oh, I didn't know that.
Yeah.
Didn't know that at all.
That was a story I got. Because they're close to the same airplane.
Well, the Playboy is kind of small for this altitude. And Norm built one and never covered it and gave it away to, can't remember, if it was John Miller or he gave it away, and we weighed it, and for the size of the airplane, it never got finished. The airplane was completely built except for being covered.
Too heavy?
Yeah. And I think Norm realized that too.
That
So,
happens along the way.
Oh yeah.
that happens to me once in a while. It doesn't make me too happy.
No. Well, Gordon, how are you?
Well, my left leg's still screwed up.
Mm.
There's no feeling in it, but at least I'm walking.
Yeah.
You know, when I get in the car, my wife has to lift my leg up.
Yeah.
So I get in the car, but when I'm driving, then I can sit on the seat with my right leg and just drag my left leg in. So I just started driving about a week and a half ago. You know, I haven't driven since April.
Well, I'm just glad to see you up and around looking down at the grass, man. You had us scared.
Yeah, well, it took me a while before I could go down the stairs, and I can only go a step at a time.
Well, that's all right. I'm healthy and I can't do but just one step at a time. The other question is, what happened to your dog?
Oh, you just see his head?
Well, you saw his the cone, and then I see that, I don't know what you call what he's wearing.
Well, it's to stop him from pulling his stitches out.
Oh, he's got a bunch of stitches.
He had cancer on his hip.
Oh,
I thought it was about the size of my thumb. Our groomer noticed it.
yeah.
So when they got into it, they ended up cutting the hole about a 7 8 inch opening because it was about the size of a hamburger
He's trying
patty.
to get at it now.
Yeah, and they were trying to stay away from his muscle.
Wow.
And then he pulled the stitches out. So Saturday, I'd take him back and have him put in again for another $450.
Oh, yeah. Hey, that's all right, Gordon. I took this little guy to the vet. He kept messing with his ears. She opened it. She looked in his ear one time, went and got some stuff, put 2 drops of stuff in his ear. And that and his flea and tick medication was $625.
Wow.
I mean, they didn't look at him. We weren't in there 10 minutes. It's ridiculous. Now the flea and tick stuff was about $125 of that, but still, that's $500 to put 2 drops in his ear and tell him bring him back in 30 days.
For
What's it
another
going to cost in
500.
30 days? Well, I don't know. Probably $150, $200 for the exam. I never took him back. He got feeling better, and I changed vets.
There you go.
Between his surgery and restitching, we're in about $1,200.
Yeah. Well, I found a vet. I knew him, but I didn't know that he was still practicing. I knew he'd sold his practice, but didn't know he was still. Anyway, I found a vet that knows miniature schnauzers well. He had 6 of them at one time, and I started taking with him. He come in, got down on the floor with him, and just got eye to eye with him and looked at him and examined him all over and played with him and was in there for about 30 minutes messing around with him and talking to us. $125 and gave us 2 medicines. So I said, I found myself a new vet.
Wow. Hey, leave it. You know, I guess it starts itching or something as it's healing, and
Yeah.
you have to really keep an eye on him so he doesn't
He's over
go-
your left shoulder.
All of you guys on here are witness to Gordon saying that airplane was around in 68 or 69, right?
I remember it in 69. I think it was on the cover. I remember seeing a Monado on the cover. That's where I told you I'd heard of that plane once before.
The blue one was absolutely stunning. God, it was beautiful.
Well, if you thought it was stunning, I bet it was.
Oh, this guy, if you ever see his airplanes, this guy was a master builder, finisher, master.
You ain't too bad yourself, Spark.
Well, I kind of learned from those guys, but he's
Yeah.
way better than me.
Wow.
You know, He used to get his balsa wood free.
Me too. I got it from him for free.
Yeah, I told him, I says, next time you pass through, why don't you bring me some wood? He probably brought me $200-300 worth of wood. I mean, stacks, 48-inch stuff, 16th, 8th-inch, 332nd.
And this was
Wow.
3-pound wood too, right?
Oh, it was beautiful wood.
Yeah.
Man.
And he was our testers rep, and he would come in the store, and I built the first Futura profiles. You knew that, Gordy, didn't you?
Let's say again.
The Futuras. He first came out with a profile before he did the '60s full-size fuselage. Well, I built them profile ones, and I traded the wood. I traded wood to build his airplane.
Oh, that was cool.
Yeah. So he built them, and I framed it up and gave it to him. Then he finished it. It was a profile, no big deal. And then he gave me the wood for doing the job. But he was our tester's rep, and that wood was the best wood I ever got in my life. 3-pound stuff.
Yeah, I was surprised when he brought as much as he did. And all of it was premium wood.
Mm.
But anyway, that's I knew Tom from the Buckeye meets, and then on his way to Nats, if you could have seen him with all that mud on both of us.
That's that gumbo mud too. That slimy black shit, right?
Oh, it is so slimy. And then when he pulled his shoes out, there's no way he's going to put his foot in there. And so he went home and showered and changed. And then we went out to my house, and my wife washed all his clothes and tennis shoes for him.
That stuff stinks too.
Oh, does it ever stink?
It's like shit. Mud and shit. It's terrible.
Mm.
Is Tom still alive?
No, he died at 56.
Oh, that's right. Yeah.
The last I talked to him was probably 2000. No, about 90. Either 98 or 99, I think, or 2000, somewhere in there. I said, Tom, you design me some wheel pants? He said, yeah, sure. I said, okay, great. And he designed me those banana wheel pants. I said, oh man, I wanted some real nice sleek ones. He designed me them banana things. Oh well, that was his style.
And last time I saw him was at Whittier Narrows. And he had this real pretty airplane, but it was so heavy, it took about a lap and a half to get off the ground. Couldn't do any maneuvers with it. It just wasn't like the Tom we used to know.
Well, here's one for you. Gary Hayjack went to VSC. He called me on the phone. He says, there's a Tom Warden airplane here for sale. Do you want it? I said, yeah, go ahead, pick it up. So he picked it up. Had a Super Tiger 46 in it. It was a silver gold Chipmunk. And I knew Tom had built it because you know how he always did the canopies, the cockpits with the velvet and the roping around the coping or around the edge, coving. So I knew Tom built it. That thing was so damn heavy, I gave it away. I never flew it. It was 60 ounces for a Chipmunk.
Mm.
I gave it to a guy. Well, you guys know what the hell's his name? He flies beginner, the endless beginner. What's his name, Steve? You know the guy who paints his airplanes for $1.95.
I can't think of it. I know who you're talking about, but I can't think of his name.
I gave him that airplane. I said, here, you can have it. I took the motor out of it. I said, here, you can have it. That was Tom Warden's, and it was not anywhere near what Tom used to build. So trash.
Mm. What's a shame?
Well, he got so hyped up on them steroids, it changed him.
Oh yeah, when the last time I saw him there at Whittier, he just come out of the car with me from he was driving I think a yellow Volkswagen.
Good night, baby.
And he pulled the door open. There's a bottle jar about that big around, probably that high, pouring half full of pills, all different kinds. And he reached in, got a handful, and took them, and we went back to the flying site.
Hmm.
He just wasn't the same Tom that I knew from the Buckeye days.
From the 60s and 70s, early 70s.
Yeah. Yeah. That same year that he stopped past and got all in the mud, he would have won the Nats if he could have counted to 6.
Yeah, he left out a lap and didn't get pattern points. It ended up third.
Yep. So you knew he was flying good when he still made the top 5. He went out drinking the night before and kind of had a hangover when he had to fly. And he only gave him 5 laps inverted.
Hmm. Hmm. That's a shame.
The patterns back then were much different. They would come down the 5 foot and it almost looked like they stopped and they would turn. Now these things got a big old sweeping corner. The airplanes are so big, so lunky.
Mine still turn like that. Nice
Do they?
clean corners. Oh yeah. I don't like these lazy squares. You know, when I do a square, I hammer that corner. Dave Fitzgerald and the rest just flew my Aptrix there in Vegas last year. And I said, what should I change? Is leave the airplane alone. The airplane's perfect. Just widen the spacing out on your handle. So I did. I moved it out of court. I kept moving it in for Brent Williams. And they said, you're going the wrong way. If he's having problems with the little M&Ws at the bottom, he says you should be widening the spacing. So all these years, apparently, I've been doing it wrong.
Do you recognize this? Let me make this. I don't know whether you know this guy or not, but maybe you do. But if you want some wide spacing, I picked this handle up at the Nats this year, and that is some spacing.
Wow.
I have seen him fly that handle at VSC or one just like it.
That's Joe Reinhardt. You know him?
Oh, yeah.
Looks heavy.
No, it's not.
Not heavy? Oh.
No. Pretty light. Joe Reinhardt came over to me on Circle 4 and he said, man, it's good to see you. I hadn't seen him since, I don't know, forever. I said, it's good to see you. You too. I ended up with that because I spotted it. Some guy had it and I spotted it. I go, hey, what are you going to do with that handle? I'm giving it away. I said, I'll take it.
Yeah, I know Joe Reinhardt.
Good builder.
Yeah, nice guy. Well, gentlemen, I'll be back.
Good seeing you, Gordy.
It's good to see you, Gordon.
Yeah.
Yes.
I told her when I finished my hamburger that I'd come help her make the bed. So hopefully he'll still be on here when I get back.
Yeah, just
Get
don't
better
make it
soon.
so long before we see you again, brother. Come on.
Yeah.
Mark Gerber.
Bearcat report.
It's not the same without a Bearcat report.
Okay, well, I'm working on it slowly, but I got some things, making some progress on it. So here's the stress crack I had on both sides.
Mm-hmm.
And then here's what I discovered that Al Raby had done that I missed, putting this gusset in here with carbon.
Mm-hmm.
So that's what I'm trying to do. Here's the gusset I made between Brodax and the gnats. This is sort of a temporary fix. It held up pretty well. I got it back in the jig. So here's the carbon toe that I put on it here and up here too.
Would you have to repair it?
Well, I didn't want to. I want to make sure that stress crack never came back.
Oh, wow.
Both sides, I take it.
Yeah, yeah. Here's the other side.
You're gonna be
That's
able to paint that and not tell?
well, we'll see.
You should be able
He's
to.
done some repairs on some planes that I looked at and I just couldn't believe it.
Yeah, but that was dope. This is epoxy.
Anyway, that's what I'm doing right now. Is I'm filling this in and sanding it down, and it probably takes several passes before I get it smooth enough to make me happy.
Yeah.
But now that Sparky knows where the problem is, he'll find it again. I'm sure, no matter how
Oh
smooth
yeah,
I get
no
it.
problem. I think what I would do if I was you, now it's your airplane, instead of trying to blend it, because epoxy's not going to blend, is I would just make it a panel.
I thought about that, but I couldn't figure out a good way to make a decent panel out of this, so I just decided I'd try to fill it in. I think it'll fill in halfway decent. The dark blue makes it hard to see anyway, but I'll see.
Yeah.
I
I'll
think
spray it
it'll,
with some primer and then I'll spray some silver and I'll see what it looks like, and then I'll do some filling and
you'll do real
repeat
light
that.
coats. I think it'll fill in fine for you.
Repeat that a few times and see how it works out. So
Might go to the auto paint store and get some blending agent, and
What-
after you spray it, shoot the blending. It comes. I got it in a can. Shoot
what is it
in
called?
blending agent. Let me get the can down.
Yeah, who makes it? I like the
Hey, Mark, does that have ply doublers on the inside?
no,
Why not?
it never did.
You know, you could have put 64th ply and laid in there and still got the curve out of it.
Well, see, if I hadn't missed this, this is what I made a sharp corner here, which was a bad thing.
Yeah.
And then I went back and looked at the plans again, and this is what Raby had done. And I said, oh crap. So that's when I started putting gussets in. This held up pretty well, but I wanted to reinforce it some more. So that's
Yeah.
why I put the carbon fiber in there.
So how many flights you get on this?
About 20.
About 20?
Yeah. But that crack showed up after like a dozen, I think.
Wow.
Shocked the hell out of me, but that's what happens when you got a square corner like that.
Yeah. Honey, are you back in the house? Hello? Well, my dog's back.
That thing sure turned nice though at Brodak. It looked good.
Anyway, that some of you remember I scraped the ground with the rudder too, and
Yeah.
I was worried about this angle down here where the tiller is that fits into the cam down here that you use to get the Raby rudder effect.
Yeah.
So I took my borescope. I started looking inside to see if I could find anything. This is the cam, and it's fine. There's no problem with the cam being damaged or anything. The only thing I can find is back here where the tiller comes in. It looks like it caught on here when it pulled out. So this is dented a little bit, but shoot, that's not much compared to what it could have been. So
I think you came out all right on that.
yeah, I got lucky on that one. So the moral of the story is don't hit the ground, doggone it.
Yeah. Yeah, they're made to fly, not bounce off the ground.
Okay, here we go. Remove spotlight. I had it way up on the top shelf. It's
Is-
made by Fastline. FA6BS. And it's for use in spot repair application to create uniform finish. Works with most 2K clear urethane clear coats and single stage top coats. And well, you're not in California, so I think you can get it. But what it does,
What's it called?
it's Fastline Clear Coat Blender.
What are you doing?
And the part number is FA6BS. Underneath there's a number 6513-35440. Sherman-Williams is where I get
What's
this.
that number again, Sparky?
6513-35440. And it works with urethane and epoxy.
Where did you get it?
Sherman-Williams Automotive Paint.
Okay, we got a store here in Fort Collins. I'll have to go over and visit them.
And it's about $25 for this can. You know, but whatever it costs is what it
Well,
costs.
I walked into Sherwin-Williams here and tried to ask them where there's a Sherwin-Williams automotive paint. Found out we do have one, but it's in Greensboro, about 35
Well,
miles out.
they got two kind of stores. They got the regular household paint stores that you
Yeah,
buy paint to paint your house with, and then they got automotive stores. And there's not very many automotive stores, but we've got one here in Fort Collins.
yeah.
But I
the
have
one-
not been over there yet. I was about ready to go over and look for some other stuff too.
We got one in Greensboro. I'm about to go over there one day and look.
Well, what it does is it, like like I said, on the repair, you're going to get a haze.
Yeah, absolutely.
Well, that'll blend the haze out.
Okay. You spray it on before you paint or after you paint?
You paint first, and then just as it's tacking up, you flood that area, and it just blends it in.
Okay. Great. Thank you.
Yeah, because otherwise you're going to have a repair that'll stick out like a sore thumb.
Yeah, I got other spots on the airplane that have that problem. So
Now you can't do it with it. You can't take crappy, a dried paint job that's got overspray and mist on it, and then spray that on there and expect it to blend. It blends fresh paint, not old paint.
Yeah.
have you used this with epoxy or just with dope?
No, it's not for dope. It's for urethane and
Okay.
epoxy.
Okay.
And dope, you don't need it. You just rub it out. That's why
Yeah.
your Thunderbird, turned out. So that's dope, right? Your Thunderbird.
Yeah.
Yeah, you can repair dope easy. Urethane's a little tougher.
That's why I like dope.
Yep, me too.
Yeah. I got to figure out. I'm going to order some silver from Wix. See what I get, because the silver I ordered from Brodak. Tommy ordered 6 cans and I ordered 6 cans, and we got them, and both of us let them sit for almost a year. And
Make
we
sure you
opened
use the discount code STUNT10. You get 10% off. Not much, but
That's something. But anyway, he called me and he says, "You got any silver?" I said, "Sure, I got 6 cans of it." So I opened it up and looked at it, and same as his. It's brown.
Really?
I
Yeah.
had the same problem.
Wow.
I had that problem with their clear. Gordon, I like
Sparky,
dope so much, I opened up
What's
the
that?
can.
Sparky's sniffing Aerogloss again.
I still have Aerogloss.
I do too.
I took on my air gloss and put it in a box and gave it to somebody. I wished I'd kept it now.
Well, I first noticed their clear was turning amber back about 2020.
Yeah.
And
I
I
had a
talked to
whole-
them about it, and they said that's just the way it comes and it should be fine. And
Yeah,
it was
right.
fine as long as I didn't have it for a clear coat.
Yeah. I had a whole gallon in like a fuel can that did that, a gallon of clear. And the clear that turned that color was their crystal clear. It was
Yeah.
crisp mud.
I got some crystal clear that hasn't turned, but
Yeah.
maybe it's too old.
Well, I've got crystal clear and it's still clear.
From Brodak?
Yeah.
Oh, from the place there in California.
Aircraft spruce,
Thank you.
which is
Aircraft.
Randolph dope, which is who makes our
Well, it's certified.
certified. Same shit. Comes from Consolidated Coatings.
No, certified is not the same.
It all comes from Consolidated Coatings. It's the only place in the country that makes dope. I talked to the guy. He said, we make it all. Certified. And I remember that. Remember Acme? Acme.
No.
They make it all.
Hmm.
I didn't know that.
What about that?
Consolidated Coatings. It's in San Diego.
Yeah, I've always specified certified.
Yeah, here's the clear that I had. Back in 2020. I'm still using some of it. I sent this picture to Brodex
Yeah.
and they said, well, that's the way it comes now.
No.
And it's still fine. I said, well, okay, but not going to be a top coat.
No.
But it works okay for undercoats and for, tightening up fabric and stuff like that. But it's not what I want to spray on the top of the airplane.
You're going to get Randolph dope. The number to use is A1690. That doesn't have the yellow tinting stuff in it. That's 9703.
But I agree. I've had some crystal clear Brodak that's probably 6 or 7 years old that's still crystal clear.
Yeah, I get mine from certified there in California, and I always specify crystal clear.
Was that A1690?
Yep.
Okay. And you get that from Wix.
Yep. If they got it.
So have you got the wing build on that yet, Sparky?
I just cut the ribs. I'm working on finishing cutting the ribs, and I just went today and bought some spar material. I use white pine. This is the spar, and I'll whittle this. This is 5 ounces right now. I'll whittle it down until it's probably 1.5 ounces. I gotta cut that much off that end and that much off that end, and then hollow it out. And
Where do you get that?
well, let's see. I'm gonna do a short. I did some footage of me going and getting this stuff today. But any lumber yard, Well, I can't say any lumber yard because you can't get it here in St. Louis. I had to drive 45 miles to get it. 40 miles anyway. Let's see.
It's white pine.
Yeah, you remember old Lath? I get it from R&P Lumber.
Hmm.
And it's 12 foot long, and then I bring it out, and I'll put up a video on it. I took a video of it. Put up a short on it. 12 foot long, I just bring it out and I cut it in half so I can load it in the car. 6 foot pieces. So each piece is about $4.50. It was $27 for 36 feet.
Wow. What's the width on that? About 1.25 inches?
It's 3/16 thick this way. It's supposed to be 1/4 by 2, but it's not.
Oh.
It's not 2 inches. They always rip you off.
Yep.
3/16 by 1.5 inches. But try to get it 1/4 by 2. And what they used to do with that is they put it on the walls, like that, And then the next one would be that right next to it, and they'd stack it up, and then they'd plaster over it. This is lath.
Oh, wow.
The reason why I started using these back in the 90s, Ron O'Toole says we used to use yardsticks as spars. I said, well, shit, there ain't no yards. I mean, yardstick ain't long enough because this airplane's bigger. And so we had a lumber yard, Bates Street Lumber, and I'd go down there and I'd root around in the rafters and pick out a straight piece of that stuff, lath, but they went out of business, so now the next place over is in Illinois to get it.
Well, that's got to be a lot lighter on a yardstick.
Well,
I got a 48-inch yardstick, and it's heavy.
yeah. Well, this 6-foot piece weighs 5 ounces, and by the time I hollow it out, it'll be 1.5 ounces.
And that's good. My Colossus, when I was ready to put it in, was just under 3 ounces.
I got one that's already whittled up here, but it's for a wrong airplane. This stick here is a spar that's ready to go. Let me zoom in here, spotlight.
That looks nice.
Don't cut it, only sand it.
And
If you cut
what airplane is that for?
This is for an Aries.
Aries, okay.
If you cut it, it'll turn a corner.
I guarantee it.
But if you sand it, it won't.
But I always sand on, if you sand on
Ready,
the top,
Jeff?
sand on the bottom.
What'd you
Well,
say, Gordy?
back there twice looking for you. I saw that. I'm ready when you are.
That was a good tip, Sparky. I finally cut my first spar that stayed straight.
Yeah, you don't cut it.
Well, that's what I mean. I didn't cut it. I ripped it down to size, and then I sanded it. But the final 1/4 inch off each side came from sanding it. Made a heck of a lot of dust, but you know what? I finally got a spar that's straight.
I drew this out tonight while we were on the chat here, and tomorrow I'll whack it off about a 1/2 inch long on each end, and then I'll take it over to the disc sander and sand it to the line. And then I'll get my Forstner bits and drill some holes, and then get the center out of it.
I like the looks of that spar you made.
I got more of them. This is for another airplane that I was gonna do. This one. These two. I got spars. Just the wrong one for what I'm doing. This one here is a completed spar. It has doublers and triplers and everything on it. Got
Oh, yeah.
doublers here out of plywood, and then plywood cap on the top. I mean, this thing is strong. You'd never break this.
What's that too, Sparky?
Just an airplane I was going to build.
I'll be back, guys.
Okay, I just decided that it was getting too big. So I built another one, which was a little smaller. You know, this was for a 60-inch wingspan airplane. And a 60-inch wingspan airplane with an I-beam is not real great. Too much leverage on it. So I changed my mind and started something else. This one here that I'm doing, I'm going to put some carbon toe on the top before I cap it. So I'll go all the way around it. I'll start it at the tip here, put carbon toe all the way around, and then put the cap on it. That'll be strong as hell. This one here. I was hoping Bob Hunt would come on because I got a question. I don't have any. Either that or Howard Rush would be good. What I want to do with this airplane is I don't want to have a center spar in it. I want to cut it out. And I'm just wondering if it'll work or would it fold?
Without the center spar?
Yeah, there won't be anything connecting the two halves together. See that the leading edge stops right there at the doubler. It doesn't go all the way through. The trailing edge would go all the way through, but the spar wouldn't either. So I got an open area for the bell crank. And the reason I thought of that is because they got Cinco or these take-apart airplanes have nothing in the center. They got a spar on each wing, and it bolts to the side of the fuselage.
Sparky, they have a metal bar that goes through them though, and the wing attaches to that. The metal bar goes through, and a tab out of the wing touches, and then a screw goes through the two.
Okay, now listen. Here's the deal. The center rib is 1 inch thick. It's glued to the side of the fuselage, right?
Yeah.
The spar is glued to this center rib. If I take a saw and I cut that spar out of the center so there's nothing in there, I still have to have a place to mount my bell crank. So a piece of plywood going across this way in the inside of the fuselage attached to this on each side would be the center section support. Basically just like their aluminum or whatever that thing, magnesium, whatever it's made out of, that crutch they got in the middle.
I don't know. I don't know what to tell you. I've got a plane that I'm designing and building, and I haven't figured out exactly how to brace it in the center either. So I don't know. Let me know how yours works out, and I'll maybe change mine around. I went with buying 2 pieces of magnesium and just going to machine it out. I've got a little tag micro lathe. I'm going to try to work it out. One thing I tell you is if you get magnesium, work real slow and use oil. Use a lot of oil.
Gumby.
You do not want to get it hot.
Anyway, that's
Bob is not a real proponent of take apart airplanes anyway. He
he
builds
hasn't
one
built
piece.
any I-beam wings, but I just want to run something past him if he thinks that would work.
I don't see how it could because Ted Fancer had his final edition was built just like they were all built, except he used thinner wood in the center section to try to save weight, is what I was told.
Have
Now,
you ever noticed that airplanes don't fold in the center? They
I know
fold
it.
they fold at the fuselage side or 25%. They don't fold in
Yeah.
the center.
Yeah. Well, they said this one folded everywhere. I didn't see it, but that was the prettiest model I'd ever seen Ted build. And Ted built some beautiful models. And they said that thing just exploded in the air. So I don't know. But I had talked to him about it. He'd done some things that were experimental and he'd used some different things and done it lighter and hoping that with less weight, it would be less inertial loads. And Ted talked so far over my head, I had to go home, look some of the words up. But they said the guys that were there, I left and they said 2 hours later he was test flying, practicing. And he said he came out from overhead and pulled up and the thing just exploded in the air.
The reason why I want to do that is there's really not enough room in this area here to have a bell crank with a ball joint on it for clearance. So I'm either going to do that or I'm going to glue on a 1/4 inch piece on the top and bottom out to these are the 1 inch ribs. So it'll go up like that and then over and then down like that. and then put a plywood doubler on it like I did that other one, and then cap it.
Yeah.
Because I need to get as much clearance as I can from the bell crank, but I'm thinking if I just saw that off, it'll be fine if I put a plate in there. I don't know. I don't know I ever told you or told a story about my S6B Supermarine hanging on the wall. When I went to the year I went to the Nats, I said, well, the landing gear, because the way this thing is, it's a rear exhaust engine. The landing gear is in the way of the pipe. So I said, well, I'll put some plywood on the fuselage sides and bolt these carbon fiber landing gears to it. And the very first flight out at Booter Park, the landing gear went, they just folded right up.
Yeah.
So then I had to figure out some cantilever looking thing. They probably added an ounce and a half to the airplane that I built that kind of held these maple beams in a like this, and then went up this way and over this way, and then connected the two together.
I think I remember that. They came up and came across and then bowed up over the pipe and then back out the other side.
Well, that's not how it works, but that's the theory behind it.
Yeah.
It worked.
Yeah, I think it worked pretty good, best I can remember. What do you want now, Jack? Daggone. This dog's been fed, walked, played with, and he wants to play some more.
Hmm. Hey, Ken, you haven't said anything tonight. What you working on over there? I can see it over your shoulder.
That's the new one.
That's a new one?
Yeah, it's the one we were talking about last week or
Oh,
Friday.
I missed it last
Yeah.
Friday. Sorry.
Is it done yet?
It's yeah,
Is it done yet?
What is it?
it's going to be called Bits and Pieces.
Oh, a Frankenplane.
It's something like that. It's got a wing out of one airplane, a stab out of another, a rudder out of a third, and I built the
Uh-huh.
fuselage. It's all good
Is that
pieces. I mean, nothing's
Is that a
bad.
built up or a profile?
It's built up.
Oh, okay. Looks pretty narrow.
Gordon had a plane like that at the Nationals a few years back. He called the Heinz 57.
That's a good one.
And it was ketchup red.
This one's going to be a long time ago. I used to judge around here quite a bit, and I judged Jerry Pilgrim. And I got fascinated by that Pilgrim's Progress with the flames coming all
Yeah.
the way.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna do that on this one.
Pretty.
Probably look like junk because I'm having to do it with monocoat.
Oh,
I did
Is
that,
that-
go on
is
a
that-
hotter nap and take to Tucson. And I, in my hurry to get ready for Tucson a week and a half away, I got my colors mixed up. It should have started with white, gone to yellow, and then to red. And I had it red, white, yellow. Anyway, I got ribbed about having the colors backwards a little bit. That's okay. It still looked good. Didn't fly that well, but it looked good.
Is that IC or electric, Ken?
It's electric.
Electric? Okay, cool.
Yeah, it's gonna have a 3520.
3520. Okay.
Yeah.
That's pretty
Nice.
big then.
3520, 550. No,
That
I'm
pretty
sorry.
big airplane.
620. 720.
Oh, 720.
720.
Wow. Yeah.
That's a big plane.
At least that's what it measures out to be. It doesn't look as that big for some reason.
Well, it looked long and narrow. That'll be cool looking. Look good in the air.
Yeah, that shape. I've had one other plane with that fuselage shape,
Uh-huh.
and that long flat fuselage. It sure does make for good flats.
Oh, good.
You can line up anything with that.
Well, you got to remember one thing, though, Ken. If you get your flats right, it it accentuates them and makes them look really good.
Yeah.
If you miss one, it does the same thing in the other direction.
Well, it sure does. Sure does. It points where the plane's going.
Yeah.
Mhm.
So if you don't go 90 degrees up, on upline or downline, everybody knows it.
I have no idea how it's going to turn.
And
It
you
does
won't
turn
until you
nice. It's
fly
got
it.
a nice tail moment.
It doesn't have very big flaps. Fortunately, it's coming out pretty light. That plane as it sits right now is 23 ounce.
Ooh,
Ain't nothing wrong with that.
nice.
Ken, that's all right. Just package it up, send it to me, and I'll finish it and fly it. If you're worried about it, I'll take care of it.
That's even with the wheels on it.
Yeah,
Ooh,
just send it to
but
me. I'll take care of it. I'll even paint that one.
I'll find a way to make it heavy. Don't worry about it.
yeah.
That's my deal. I find a way to make them too heavy.
Hey, Steve, do you remember when I started talking about changing the rib spacing from 1 inch to 1.25 inches?
Yeah,
You know how much that saves?
I have no idea.
1/2 ounce.
Is
30
that all?
30 ribs it leaves out. 1/2 ounce.
Half ounce? Yeah. Doesn't seem like a lot.
Yeah, but you do that 10 times.
You don't have any ribs.
Hey, John Miller made it.
Hey,
Right.
Santa.
Barely.
Ribs to 70.
There he is.
Hey, how you doing?
Good. Working, getting that beard up to Santa level, aren't you?
It's good. It's getting there. It should be there by
Yeah, it's
November.
getting there.
John, you look like you've been out doing the barbershop quartet thing tonight.
I have.
That looks like it.
Yeah.
That sure looks like it.
Oh, is that what that shirt is?
That's what country western shirt.
Oh, cool. Oh, there's Gordo's dog with the cone of shame.
Oh, the cone of shame. Oh,
Uh,
poor Winston.
There he is.
You guys ever seen
Good
a dog
baby.
smile?
Yeah,
You have?
yeah. I had
Oh,
one
does
to
he
do it.
smile? Oh, look at that.
Big smile. Big smile.
Oh my goodness.
And he, sweetheart.
Hope he heals up good.
Me
Yeah,
too,
if you
the
quit
sweetheart.
pulling the stitches out,
Yeah.
leave it. Leave it. Come here.
Uh-oh.
Lay down. Lay down.
Oh, he's
See,
all
he
bandaged
goes
up.
off where we can't see him, then he can chew on them.
Oh, yeah.
Hi, John.
How you doing there, Cordy?
Well, I'm still here.
Banging out the hard ones or what?
Well, I was loading up some 270s for my son-in-law and found out I'd left about 30 or 40 rounds at the range before I got sick. So I don't have my 145 grain for my 270.
What happened to the ones at the range? Did somebody grab them?
I don't know. I was ended up in the hospital for 2 weeks in the hospital and
Yeah.
20 days in rehab.
They might have put them behind the desk there for you.
And they might have shot him by now, too.
Yeah, that's true.
Hey, guys, I'm going to end the stream. Give me a minute here.
All right.
We'll go into the after party. Appreciate you guys watching on YouTube. We do this every Monday and Friday at 7 Central till 9, and then have an after party afterwards. If you'd like to join, you have to be a member in current standing on Stunt Hangar, and you'll see a link for At the Bench. Please like, subscribe, and share, and I will see you tomorrow. Fair winds, tight lines.
Good to see you.
There you go. Okay. Now we're going to go to the after party. Gary's in control.